So Eminem made my heart stop for real when I woke up and saw my phone blowing up. My friends know what I'm about when it comes to Eminem, and they had the head start since I was asleep. I'm still in shock at the moment, and it's not just the fact that Eminem dropped an album, but the fact that this looks to be an instant classic after just one playthrough, and a moment of silence for all his haters. I've done multiple videos about Eminem's next album, and to all those that said we were just chatting trash based on wishful thinking, I'ma take this moment to gloat, and for me and those that believed something was coming, we won. I recall naysayers had the talking point that if Eminem drops an album, it will be rushed in like in quality, but I've said in previous videos his kids are grown at this point and Eminem's been working non-stop, so why do you think he wasn't gonna drop something? I'ma dive into the tracks one by one in future videos, so if you're new here, remember to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos coming your way, breaking down the songs on this masterpiece, and barely 3 songs in on first listen my mouth was wide open. I was awestruck, and right now based on how I feel, I believe Eminem has dropped an album that will knock out the whole rhetoric of his first 3 albums being his best. I may be too excited, but at this point I believe this is a true contender to be Eminem's best work yet, and what makes it scary is the fact that this album drops over 20 years after the Slim Shady LP. At the Alfred outro, I honestly wish the album continued. That's how tight this album was, and with 20 tracks, this is a huge milestone for Eminem. Not a single weak link on the album in my opinion, and I'm saving the best lines in the album for future videos when I cover individual tracks. One issue I'm having at the moment is that I can't find the CD to purchase on Amazon, so I've been streaming extensively, and I don't have a vinyl player, so that option is out the window. But as soon as it's available, I'm getting 2 copies, one for me and one for a friend, and if you can afford it, I urge you guys to do the same. Now of course, one thing we've come to expect when Eminem drops an album is controversy, and that's pretty much standard like the seasons of the year, spring, summer, autumn and winter in the temperate regions of the world. How long each season lasts may vary, but seasonal changes are the norm. So first up, Eminem detractors complain that why would Eminem drop an album on the date of Mac Miller's posthumous album release, which is idiotic to say the least, since we know what motivates people to make comments like this. If anything, Mac Miller's team should have moved his album, since record labels know a lot more than we do. No such thing as a surprise album to label executives. Next up, and the one that's taking center stage, is Ariana Grande's Incident, and this one is quite ironic because of Eminem's deeds in real life, and I'll explain more on that in a bit. From The Guardian's article on it, a person affected by the incident states, "Feels like he's piggybacking on the fame of Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber and says distasteful things about other celebrities. Now this caught my eyes and I'll explain why." She also added, "Not clever, totally pointless, and before all Eminem fans pounce on me, I'm not interested and will not engage." Now the second bit is important because this represents social media today. People are not looking to have a productive conversation, and she is hiding from a conversation because she knows she'll be educated on the facts of the matter, and learning more was never the aim of her post. First of all, Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande enjoyed their best years so far in the last decade, the 2010s, and guess what? Eminem still outperformed both artists with ease on their career best run. That's how idiotic that comment from her was, that Eminem is piggybacking on grossly less successful artists than him. It's not even close, and that's why she's ducking, but there's more. People complain about lyrics, but when it's time to walk the walk, these people affected by the Manchester incident were helped by Eminem in 2017. Check this out, Eminem helps raise £2 million for Manchester attack victims. Now that's real life, but people ignore reality for something said in art, and since Eminem is no stranger to lyrics that many may find offensive, when will people get the memo? Imagine complaining about the same thing over and over again for over 20 years now. Notice how pretty much anything is allowed in movies, but the magnifying glass is set on music from artists like Eminem when it's all art in the end. But enough of this, back to the main topic at hand. While I can't wait to head back to the album, I'll leave you with this. I believe this is a serious contender for Eminem's best album title, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Leave them below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.